Are we ready to win a championship? I sure hope so. We have a long way to go, and we ain't stopping until we get there. Round 6 of season 3 at the helm of Haas F1 team. Kiwi strawberries really grown on me. Pretty good stuff. All right, let's just jump right in. Barcelona, Catalunya, coming off of a couple of very, very frustrating races. The last couple of weeks, we finally get a bit of luck, and we're going to try and do our best here at, doing our best. Let's see. We just came off of Miami, where I think this will. Oh yes, how could I forget? This was where Pierre crashes from pole and ends up finishing just in the points with some chassis damage, and Mick Schumacher puts in an absolute banger of a race and finishes in P5 for a pretty solid double points, all things considered. And then before that at Imola, very, very rough race. Pierre again bins it from the lead, and we only get a few points from Mick, who had a fantastic race, making his way up from the bottom half of the field. But we head to Spain hoping for some new things. First things first, we have a dev point for Mick. We're gonna throw that into his, let's go with braking, because I know our car's brakes are kind of a touchy subject right now. Everyone else is doing a-okay. Any dev points for staff? No. Perfect. Our new side pod is complete. We have Spain in 11 days. So if we make 4 of these rush, we could have well, we're not gonna have them all already. I really don't want to emergency any of these. What's after Spain? After Spain is Monaco, in which honestly we may just be a-okay with this. We'll have one done beforehand. We'll be able to throw that on Pierre's car, and we'll just live with it. Let's So right now, here's what we have going on right now. We're manufacturing some rear wings, our new side pods. We started an underfloor previously, and our new suspension is going to be done in a singular day as well. So we're gonna have a lot we can do here. We're gonna keep designing. I don't think we actually do have some ATR period left, so we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Let's see, have we done at least one for everything? We just started a new underfloor, and so we're immediately going to jump into a new, let's go with a rear wing, because we are still continuing to work on our acceleration and DRS speed. I know we just did a side pod, so we're going to do another rear wing. We're going to go with 25. If we do 27, we can bump our medium speed up to 8. I think we will go ahead and do that. Let's see here. I think what we're gonna go for is, let's see if we do this. We really need to get I think we need to work on our high speed. Our low speed is manageable, but we really need to work just on our speed in general. So we're going to focus on high speed performance with this. 5 intense. We're trying to make as good an impact as we can here. That is going. We have our new chassis stuff done. Exceeding expectations, a nice double points finish, but nonetheless with Pierre on pole, it would have been very nice to not crash out going into the midpoint of that race. But for now, we'll continue. Our torque center refurb is completed, and our new suspension design is complete. So we'll go ahead and jump in here, and we will go ahead and make some of these. It looks like these are going to be about the same. We have 10 days. We can get 3 if we rush, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to try and get these in. I want to go here and just make sure we are on the newest version of everything that we can be. These are the ones we just started. New underfloors on, and then these are also in development, and so we're gonna have to wait a bit of time on that. We'll double check everything before we get there. For now, our factory is in poor condition. We have $12 million. We will go ahead and bump that up. We definitely need that development speed up, especially this season. We will continue on to the beginning of practice day, head to race prep, and then we'll jump over to the car and make sure that we're there in the end. I'm not gonna touch the qualifying my qualifying streak. What does it want? Just one in the top 12 5 times. Okay, I lied. We're gonna do that one, mainly just because the potential reward is very good compared to the potential loss. So that's what we're gonna go for. Now we'll head over here and make sure we are on the newest version of everything possible. We have one of these, so we're gonna throw it on Pierre's car, because I think Pierre apparently needs it the most. There's our underfloor and our new suspension. We have two, so we'll get to throw that on both, and we're just gonna hope and pray that we don't run into any issues. But for now, Spanish Grand Prix weekend is here. Let's go ahead and head to Barcelona, Catalunya for FP1.
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona.
Cranked up the heat.
Won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a
I
real
think that's
run
where
for
our
their
car
money.
is pretty decent in dirty air. I think that's where it's going to come in handy. But for now, we're going to throw on some used components as we made our first switch of the year. We are going to take care of all of this. First things first, that's perfect. We'll go 18 laps and car setup. Let's go with something Go with something like that. Pierre, sorry, Pierre, you as well. Get your practice components in. Perfect. You'll also go 18 laps for you, and looks like Pierre likes a very minimal straights setup. We'll go something like that. Something like that. It's perfect. FP1, here we come.
Radio check.
Radio check, okay.
Green light, green light.
Get those tire blankets off. Get out there and go. I'll actually separate them out a little bit this time.
Let's see what happened there. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Maybe spin. That's totally fine.
Look at that. They've spun their
Totally
car.
fine. We can live with that as long as there's no
They'll be questioning
damage.
just what happened out there.
Make literally as long as you don't break anything.
Locked up. Copy, mate.
What did I just say?
I don't know what to say. I'm very sorry
What
about
did
that.
I literally just say?
We just had a crash on the track.
Literally all I said was don't bin it. Oh my god. Yeah, bring him in. We have extras. I hate everything. All right, Mick, try not to crash this time, if we can. That would be lovely. It would be lovely if we could get through a whole session without crashing. Would be peachy. British. Yeah, you literally so to mix defense slightly, we did put a bunch of new components on the car, but at the same time it's like we can't be having this already. Happy holidays, British. Welcome back. We are in shambles
Oh, did someone run wide there?
so far this season, and we're not looking forward to it. Who crashed? Somebody crashed.
We've had a crash.
Sonoda crashing. Oh, dude, we're in shambles. I can't remember. I think you led left already.
What do you think?
Ooh, 83% off the bat with Pierre. Let's go.
Please.
Yeah, copy.
But in Miami, the race before this,
What's your thoughts on coming in?
we're,
or doing
there's
any
things that we're gonna have to consider on that front. There's things we're gonna have to consider. But as of right now,
Copy, copy.
we're kind of chilling. But I get it. He's, you know, we're working on it. We're working on it. We're at the point where we'll send Mick away for a few seasons and then bring him back when he's trained up a bit. Ooh, optimal oversteer. Oh, jeez. Oh, I did get pretty close first try. Try something like that. Yeah, we had, I can't remember if you were here or not, but we had Pierre start on pole. He was 4.5 seconds clear of the rest of the field before he decided to crash again, damage his front wing and chassis, and ended up barely finishing P10. Mick, on the other hand, goes out like an absolute legend and finishes P5. So realistically, I know we like to do this thing with Mick, but really so far this season he's kind of performed pretty good, moving up the field every race, and sometimes he puts in one of these bangers and makes up for Pierre's misses. And so really it's like sometimes I think this might just be one of those things we might just have to live with exactly how everything goes, I know we don't love to say that, but Gasly driving a rocket. No, unfortunately, you've been able to catch a full race instead. Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, it's like super late slash early, depending on how you want to look at it. So I don't blame you. It's been a tough start to the year. We'll say that. After getting a podium round 1 in Bahrain, it's been a very tough sled so far as we make our way through season 3. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. So you know. It's not your fault that I stream in the evening. It's 7:30 right now. I stream in the evening on my side, but it's just super early on your side. I've like
We've just had a spin.
kind of toyed with the idea of trying to like stream at a different time. That might be like slightly more advantageous to like your side of the world, but the problem is, and that makes it really bad on my side of the world. So it's a very hard balance to keep. But we're doing our best, basically.
How does it feel?
62. All right, just keep going. You are aware of the gearbox wear. Issue on your side is the crap audience, so not worth it. Yeah. You know, it'd be what it'd be. Woof, that, sure, we'll go with that. Not sending it back out at all. All your subs and followers are American because that's when you stream. Yeah, like that makes sense.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
We have a 81% for Mick. We are flying with the setup confidences today. It's weird. Like a lot of my like recent followers and people who stop in are not from America, which I find hilarious. There's even one guy who sometimes stops in. I mean, it's tough because he lives in the Philippines, and so it's like crazy time difference on that front, and so it's just funny. Not what we wanted. Totally cool with that. Start on the mediums. We're gonna do a nice long stint to try and keep pushing. We're gonna do a nice long stint. Get that track and component acclimatization up. We are bringing some upgrades, some heavy upgrades to Barcelona, so we'll be even more so in Monaco. But we have some new stuff going on in the car, and so we're trying to get our car part knowledge up as high as we can. Pierre got the bulk of the upgrades. Make set didn't unfortunately have 8.5, 14, 7, 3, 330, 80. Usually a nice set for me. It's main. Yeah, I really need to like start writing these down. I'm sure there's someone out there who's compiled the list. You know, I used to write them down. The problem is I misplaced that notebook and I don't know where it went. Not that they were like the best setups in the world, but they were usually a nice thing to go off of. Like it's here somewhere. I just don't know where, and so I should probably look for that. Yeah, I can't imagine that there's not people who. Okay, he's already broken one front wing. We don't need any more, Mick. Please.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Yes, we are aware. He ran wide. All good. All good. You've been writing it down. Jessica's working on it. Stress me out. See,
There's been a crash.
Ocon crashing. It's like I don't take it too seriously. I usually just try and get it as good as I can, but at the same time, I feel like being able to like write it down and kind of have a good like baseline for every circuit wouldn't be bad. Yeah, We even threw a dev point into mix breaking, which we were kind of hoping would help, you know, solve this to a certain extent. But unfortunately, it did not.
How's the balance?
That's good. All right, we're narrowing it in for Pierre. We're narrowing it down. Good. 76. All right, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. It's F1, not WRC. True. I've been really tempted to look into WRC, whatever it is that like just came out like a couple of weeks ago. My problem is I'm still hard addicted to this game, and so I've found it really tough to want to play anything else. But I have been watching people play it, and I've been wanting to I've been curious about it. Is kind of my thing. Just take an F1 car onto WRC. Oh, I mean, I don't care. I'm willing to give it a shot. I think at this point we can give it a go because we have an 80%, and 80% is generally where I minimum like to try and have it. We'll at least see where it falls on these particular things. We got 8.5, 14, 7, 3 is this way. Ooh, already falling outside of the traction, but we'll see. Minus 330 and 0.8. It doesn't look terrible outside of the traction, but I think we can fix that with whichever one of these. That and kind of push it back. I think cornering wants to be on the other side. Come on. You can do this. Come on, brain. Come on, brain. You can do it. I believe in you. Woof. Alright. What was I doing? Wow. My brain fully locked up there. Yeah, I don't know if you could tell, but my brain 100% is locked up. Bad. Something like that. I beg you, don't even do my brain. That was like the hardest lockup my brain has had in a long while. That was pretty bad. That one was woof. That one did not feel good to even me. And it's like my brain, and I felt myself do it. Run some fast laps. Let's run some pushy laps. Let's see what we can do on like medium-ish fuel. Pierre going fastest. Not us. Who done it? Leclerc! Look, way off circuit here. Where are you at, sir?
Watch your safety car. Slow down. Stop.
Leclerc is so far off circuit, he's in the middle. Literally in the middle.
Okay, here's the
Can we not have a VSC, Charles? We really, woo, way up on the curb. Oh, wow, that is deep.
And a big off.
That is deep in there. That's the first time I've ever seen that animation. We're getting some new stuff. Thanks to the boys in Scarlet. Okay, this is VSC ending soon. Totally fine. We keep going. Let's see. Oh, guys, it's time. It's time to be real. Ready? Everyone smile. Have you not heard of this? Do they not have that in the UK's, the other side of the pond? It's literally just social media. That's literally it. It's supposed to be spontaneous. Look at that. We're gonna win a championship. We're definitely not gonna win a championship, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and do as good as we can.
Today, we see the culmination.
All right, we will do what we always do. Sim FP3. You've heard the kids you work with talk about it, but you were. So I literally downloaded it when we were at, our pace, not great. When we were at Thanksgiving, like last week, whatever week that is. And I literally downloaded it literally right then and there. I very rarely do it, and it's entirely just for fun. It's honestly not really my social media of choice. 90%, let's go!
Radio check.
Time to go fast. Get out there, Mick. You don't do all the social media, it's too much hassle. I get it. Trust me, I do. Mick is gonna get a clean lap. Let's go. Pierre likely will catch up to these guys there in the back end. Ooh, actually gets through. Pierre goes purple all the way through. Faster than a Red Bull. We are faster than a Red Bull. Keep this in mind when we move forward. Faster than a Red Bull. I don't ask me if I was paying attention if they ran into traffic. Last time you were scrolling through Instagram freely. Seb, yeah. I was streaming that night. Ooh, Norris. I was literally streaming the night Seb created an Instagram, and I remember like right before I got off, I saw like all of Twitter talking about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Seb made an Instagram finally. Little did I know I would go to bed and wake up to that news. It was wild. I might have to go back and try and find that clip if I can, or if I was actually still like streaming. But yeah, I remember that. I remember that happened. We're only a 10th off of Verstappen. That's not bad. I think I'm gonna leave Pierre in, try and save a set of softs. You're still devastated. Yeah, it was a wild thing. It was a wild like 12 hours. Like going to bed, waking up, and then that was just everywhere. It was wild, to say the least. All right. Once again, we are leaving Pierre in. I do not for one think that many people are going to be able to go faster than him. Mick's not far off. My problem is I just don't trust him. And if I'm going to try and save a set of softs for any of them, that's going to be Pierre. Is my thinking. With Mick in 9th, it's like, yeah, he's probably fine, but I'd rather just be sure. Yeah, he's getting a lot of really good experience. I mean, he's getting a dev point every couple of races at this point. So, all in all, he's doing pretty good. I guess we could hop on board here with him. Not that. He's already safe. Mick literally already safe, unless Alonso jumps. Nope. All right, Mick, abort the lap, save the tires, save the fuel, save it all. Come in, you're good. Relax. Oh, this makes Q1 is a breeze for us now. Q1 is a breeze. Why do we even send Mick out in Q1? Why do we even manage Q1? We could just be simming Q1 at this point. He only moved down one spot. Piece of cake. Woof. Double top 10. One. Oof. And Mick is gonna have a pretty fresh set of tires, like a sector and a half worth of used tire. You're gonna go out on your used set of softs. Let's go Q2. Let's get it. Yeah, Norris is performing.
Okay.
Whatever McLaren did at the start of the season, it's working basically. Send Mick out on his tire run. Mick, if Mick gets some clean air, I think he should go pretty quick here. And of course, Alonso comes out immediately. It comes through half a tenth or half a second off of Verstappen, which honestly isn't the worst in the world, but rigged. Gasly running into a bunch of traffic. Only Vettel though, so he should still have a pretty decent run here. Yep, 1.3 off of Verstappen. Everybody looks like they're on a used tire run, so it'd be what it'd be. Throw Mick on the new set. Them off. True. We'll be sending them both out just because. I mean, Pierre getting held up by Seb, still only 1.3 off of Verstappen here. With that set of tires I saved, we may be able to do pretty well here, if I had to guess. As long as no one bins it ahead of us, I think we'll be all right. You think we just keep him in? No doubt. All right, we talked about this last time. You don't take blame last time. Nick's on his way. Gasly's staying in. We're saving so many tires. We're gonna see a soft, medium, soft run here from Pierre with 2 fresh sets of softs. Let's go, Mick. You are not. You can't just say Gasly's safe, no doubts, and then be like, I'm not responsible. That was all you. No, I think he's safe. I think he's safe. I do not think that there's gonna be, 8 drivers who are gonna go faster than him. Ocon didn't. Did Ocon even go out? Doesn't even look like Ocon went out. We only need one, either Alonso or Kevin, to not improve. And Mick is safe, and he's also improving here, so we're gonna let him actually finish the lap this time. All right, Mick, we need it. Let's go! Let's go for the first time like ever. Mick into Q3, double Haas Q3. Let's go. Oh, that's the first time in so long. That was my call, and I accept all responsibility. I appreciate the strategy. Deny until it works out, and then go. What a genius move by us. Amazing. Incredible calls by all strategic partners here. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try and save 2 sets of softs for Pierre, because we really don't need that many sets of softs here. That's my god. But actually though, this is the first time that we've had a double entry into Q3 in a long time. Just look at the size of the brain on this lad. It's just absolutely tremendous. I'll send him out with Bottas. We will send Pierre out behind Carlos Sainz. Of course, Lando is going to be that guy immediately. That didn't look too bad. Double Q3 for Haas. Pretty good spot to be in. We did have a bunch of new designs come through. Mick doesn't even have all of the new components yet, so let's see, where's Pierre? Where did Pierre go? P4 right above. Not sure it's ever actually happened in Haas history in real life. I don't think so. I mean, at minimum, not that I've ever seen, for sure. Everyone's getting on those new shoes, baby. I'm not sure, honestly. I mean, Haas has never been the most in control of a team, so I'm not sure. Honestly, I have no idea. I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to think. It's like I actually just have no idea. All right, we're gonna send Mick first, then Pierre. We'll hop on board. We'll hop on board with Pierre, just because he's gonna give us probably our best chance at our best start. So, regardless, 2 in the top 10 is going to be fantastic. Let's get this bread, both Mick and Pierre, here around Spain. This is going to be very interesting. We've shown very, very good pace so far in qualifying and around this circuit, so I have good things in mind for Pierre. Probably yellow flag. Norris spinning. Uh-oh, that's gonna ruin all of their laps. If we can improve all the way around here, this could be huge. Norris locking up at turn 12 could have ruined every single other person's lap. Oh, the possibilities. The possibilities. We'll hop on board here. Around the last chicane. Good exit. Across the line. P3. P3. Here. Conspiracy time. Norris bended on purpose to secure a front row start. We're starting that rumor right now. Lando crashing on purpose in Spain to preserve a front row start. Very George Russell-esque in Brazil. I mean, we're gonna have to take a look at this. I think someone's gonna have to take a look at this. But a second row start for Pierre and a pretty good result for Mick, for being honest, starting P8. Could be in for a good one. Bring in the VR.
Here we are, folks. We're back for another day of
Bring it in. We need to see these results. Oh, the soft, medium, soft is an option. And guess who saved 2 sets of softs with one? Pierre Gasly. That's right. It's us. Although, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Can we make this at all faster? Mick only has used sets of tires though, is my problem. Yeah, we strategy gods over here. We only do the best work. We're just gonna go ahead and do this. I love putting Pierre on this with his fresh 2 sets of fresh softs. What? I mean, Micks are only at 91%. That's not bad. That's still plenty of life, if we're being honest. But I think I like. All right, what do we think? Start on softs with Mick? I think I almost like starting on softs with Mick. Start on softs and then go medium. No, you don't think so? Start softs, go medium, or do we end on the softs? I love the idea of ending on the softs, but I don't know. I feel like I like just having Mick on the faster tire at the beginning too. I mean, we're just chilling. We're going full attack. I normally don't go full attack, but we're gonna go full attack off the start. All right. You do slow stints first, but you can understand doing fast. See, I almost like the idea of putting Mick on the softs first, just to make sure that he doesn't lose too much touch, because man, he does have some pace issues sometimes. But I'm gonna trust it. You never hired Mick, so you don't know his tire. Mick honestly isn't too bad when it comes to saving tires. I think the real problem is just his pace, and so that's kind of why I was allured by the idea of starting on the fastest tire. But I think splitting the strategy like this, I think honestly makes the most sense doing it this way, because otherwise they'll probably be looking to come in on their first stints about the same time. So we can keep it like this. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna split the strats up a little bit. They'll both end on the soft tire, which I like. And we could potentially, because I know this is going to be a used set of tires, potentially try to extend this second medium stint as long as possible, should it arise.
Have now taken position on the grid, and it's looking like a cloudy day.
All right, everyone cross your fingers, knock on some wood. We've had really good starts the last two, count them, 2 races, and we've managed to bin it off the rip a couple of times. So we're doing everything we can to not do that. But for right now, this is it. The Spanish Grand Prix. Let's get this bread. And away we go. You're going to be stuck on the outside going to turn 1, which may not work in Pierre's favor here. But Mick potentially getting the move done on the Ferrari. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, potentially on a Red Bull as well. Oh, Mick is on a tear. Oh, Mick is flying. We're right up Pierre's gearbox already. Oh my god. What tires have we got? Some softs, some mediums. Bottas on used softs. Perez on used softs. Sainz on used softs. The 2 of us are the only one, or Pierre's the only one on. All right, lap 1 completed. All right, Pierre, get this move. Get this move done. Make it stick. Yes, sir.
With an overtake.
Whoop, whoop, Pierre. All right, make the move stick. If you're gonna do it, make it stick. Clear the ladder with a black cat and a broken mirror to call my luck. Yes, sir. All right, Pierre, make it stick. All right,
DRS will be active.
let's disappear. Oh, Mick, trying to make it a 1-2 for Haas. Hey, yo, Pierre, track limits. Facts. I'll say, Pierre, let's go. Let's disappear. All right, we've broken DRS to. Woo! Lando just fully sent that one right down the inside of us right there. All right, Mick, just hang on.
McLaren gain a position.
All right, Mick should be able to just get dragged along right now. Pierre off to the races, literally. And I think we're gonna kind of chill out. We used a lot of tire. We used a lot of tire to do that. We're gonna see how Pierre's pace goes when he's off on his own again. And Mick should. I'm honestly totally happy with Mick just getting dragged along with DRS here. He shouldn't fall out of too much touch with everyone else. And it's a Haas 1-3 right now, with almost 2 full seconds ahead to the leader. So I want to say that's about as good a start I think as we can ask for here. Woo, Mick. Oh, hey, yo, Mick. Hey, yo. Getting very friendly with the grass there. Yes, we know Lando is not mixed race. Well, I mean, so yes. So yes. Yes, he is. Easter eyes on the tires of everyone else. It's Bottas and Perez that we need to worry about. Yeah, Pierre is in his own race right now with Bottas, Perez, and Sainz, but he's going to have a tire advantage over all of them for this whole stint, which we love. Mick, I'm totally cool if Mick just wants to get kind of pulled along with Lando here. Be able to save fuel and save tires, just kind of doing the Spain thing. And the medium tires, I'm hoping, shouldn't be too much of a problem for Pierre on the softs. Retro, welcome in. How's it going? You're watching a Haas masterclass so far, and I knock on every wooden surface I can find. He's been bamboozled. The bamboozled has become the bamboozler. Or the bamboozlers become the bamboozled. Say that the other way. Let's see. Ooh, poor K-Mag. 2.3 seconds off the pace. You know, as long as these, Mick!
Copy.
Get back on the circuit, Mick. Mick, get back on the circuit. Mick and Kevin!
It's the collision.
Mick and Kevin!
Take a closer look. Now,
Kevin!
just focus on the Haas.
Kevin, we know you're not oh, and we don't even get to see it.
You can clearly see the contact there, and that caused a lot of damage.
Kevin, jealous of Haas.
Was a bitter blow for
Kevin
the
is
team,
jealous of Haas, and so
it
he
may have
destroys
really
our
hurt
race.
Their overall chances.
Oh my god, we were running in 1-3. Double podium incoming. Kevin, open your eyes, man. This is why, legitimately, this is why we got rid of Kevin. Kevin bins it at the worst times. Retro, sorry you had to come in. Literally, as soon as I started yelling about Kevin Magnuson. You're managing Haas too. That's awesome. How is your save going? I would love to know. I haven't met that many people who are actually doing Haas, so I'm very curious about how it's going for you. This is horse shit. This is the worst. I will be filing so many incident. I will be filing so many, whatever. I don't even know. My brain isn't even working right now. This is slanderous. This is a conspiracy against Haas, and I won't stand for it. I will not stand for it. Just started. So you tell you how it goes after Bahrain. That's fair. I remember in my first, I don't know so many. I don't know, man. My brain is, I'm still in utter shock and awe at Kevin Magnuson willingly destroying our race when we have a 1-3 going. To be fair, Mick did just lock up and was definitely going to fall all the way down the order, but still, he could have fought back. How long is the safety car, by the way? A great opportunity to recharge some ERS.
Safety car will be in this lap.
This is utter bollocks. Oh yeah, that gearbox is destroyed. Our tires looking like they're actually back on track here. All right, we really need to disappear here. All right, Pierre, Mick has covered for you when you've bended it the last 2 races in a row. It's time to return the favor. Let's get this bread, Pierre. Let's absolutely get it. Pedro, let's go. I want to break that DRS immediately if I can. The only way this soft, medium, soft is gonna... Oh, Ricardo? Sonoda? Who was it? It was Daniel. Daniel?
Oh, there's a spin!
Spinning on turn 4?
Take a look now. Now look at this. Daniel Ricciardo involved.
Oh, that corner is just everyone's bane right now.
Like a very nasty spin.
That was almost some more contact. In the bin. Daniel in the bin. I know. I was literally just trying to I was trying to break DRS and got distracted by Daniel. I know. I was really just worried about breaking DRS more than anything, and then Daniel distracted me by spinning. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I wanted that nice, big, and juicy gap, so that we can push, or we can have some good laps in. Because what we're looking at, 11 laps, 11 laps until we pit. Haas leads by 2 seconds in history I've never seen before. True.
DRS enabled.
Doesn't matter to us. We are literally 2.4 seconds up the road. Honestly, at this point, let's just like watch Verstappen, who's battling Bottas. At this point, we're gone. We've absolutely legged it. Oh, Verstappen in danger of falling out at DRS to one Lando Norris. Barely gets it. Just barely. Getting distracted by one Valtteri Bottas though. Looks like Alonso's lost DRS. Ocon in 10th lost DRS. So a little bit of a gap likely forming here, which is kind of what we like to see. There's no legging it. Come on. It's my favorite. It's my favorite saying. It's my favorite. I'm gone. I'm gone. I've legged it. I've legged it. I'm gone. It's my favorite though. I mean, our soft tires are pretty much on brand with everyone else's that's in the top 10. And Norris and Verstappen are hopefully going to distract each other long enough. I got you. I need to drink so much more water today than I already have. Like, I've drinking a lot of water. Drank a lot of water today, but there's always more water to drink. All right, Pierre's still holding on to that 2.3 to 2.2 to 2.4 second gap. Love to see it. We did lose 0.2 on the last one. Verstappen running in the 21s now. That's not great for the long run. Turn the brain back on. Dude, my brain is just off. My brain gets fried all day at work, and then I try and come on and stream and sound intelligent, and that's just not how it works. Badanta vibes. I mean, he's on his mandatory gardening leave now, so I don't know what you really want from me. Also, Verstappen immediately just put in 0.3 on us that lap, so I feel like we aren't going to be in the best of situations here in a few laps, but you know, we're nearing our pit window anyway, so we're kind of just vibing right now. I have zero doubt that Verstappen probably has the pace to catch us here. I might be okay pushing on fuel a little bit to try and hold this gap as much as we can here. If we can avoid giving these guys DRS, that would be lovely. But they're kind of just gonna be hopefully. I would be way to the inside. What was that? That was about as defensive of a line I've ever seen. What a great strategy call from Verstappen there to get out of the way and let Lando kind of get a good run on us. Now only a half second in between us and DRS. I'm going to trust the process. I mean, likely they're going to catch us by the time our pit window really does come around, unless something happens. Yeah, this is about to be an actual battle here, because they're actually the AI is actually smart enough to use the main straight to their advantage. This is where I'm really missing our opportunity at bringing in our new rear wing. We started a new rear wing design right before this. That's just, I mean, it was never going to be ready by the time we got here. But I'm excited for it because it's going to put our top speed and most of our high speed cornering and high speed stats in the top 10, like solidly in the top 10. And so I'm excited for that to get done, and so we can try and continue to be a rocket ship if we can. Well, I say continue to be, but continue on our way to being a rocket ship. I mean, I'll give it to Pierre. He is on push on fuel, but he's holding that gap, as much as he can. I say that as, again, Norris puts half a second on us on the main straight with DRS. Absolutely wild. If we can somehow hold him off of DRS on that next DRS zone, that would be lovely. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen though. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. All right, back on board with Pierre here as we are now in a battle. K-Mag just spun in quali. You hate to see it. Yeah, they'll do that, unfortunately. I hope Haas have a nice livery for 23. Constantly me down. Rich Energy was bad. Dude, the Rich Energy one looks super good. It looks really good. I'm a huge fan of black and gold as a color scheme, as you can see from Well, I'm normally wearing a black and gold. Well, I guess this is still technically a black and gold shirt. It's just normally it's a gold on black, not a black on gold. But I'm a big fan of that color scheme, and so I remember seeing that and I was like, ooh, big fan. Oh, the defending from Pierre, the absolute Chad, defending with his life. Near our pit window here. I know, I saw that too. I loved the Gulf livery. I didn't see it live, but I remember when I saw it just online. I was so good. Those Gulf colors are just, they're so good. I'm wondering if Gulf will end up with another team. I feel like it makes sense for them to be somewhere in Formula One. I'm curious to see if they sign on with a different team, or if they're just kind of taking a break at this point. Ooh, around the outside, back to the inside, back to the outside. Can't say I'm interested in the other team, to be honest. That was the weird one. I'm really surprised that they didn't continue. I'm wondering if it's just a money thing or a results thing or what, because I don't see it. Mercedes has Petronas, true. All right, Pierre, let's get it. You're going to mediums, my friend. Box this lap.
Box.
Ferrari has shell, true. Yeah, that's really true. I'm really surprised. Yeah, I'm really wondering. I'm wondering if it was McLaren that might have indicated that they were thinking about going a different direction over Gulf themselves. Castrol or whatever. Yeah, they have. Yeah, I don't know which one it is off the top of my head, but it's something like that. Ooh, very wide, Pierre. We're in the box. Bunch of new mediums down the pit lane. Love to see it. Where are we gonna come out? Come out in front of the Williams, please. Thank you. Unfortunately, Danny not performing, which probably meant they missed their sponsor goal. Yeah, that's probably true. Actually, yeah. In P9, still semi within a pit stop, I believe. 24, so yes, we are within a pit stop of the leaders. Verstappen pits. I feel like that's a really early stop for the medium runners. I'm not gonna lie. That feels like a really early stop. Come on, get out in front of Verstappen. Yes. Huge. Norris still not in the box. Alright, we are in theory net 14 seconds. Wow. We are in net P1 after our first stop. So provisional lead. Let's go. Norris in the pits. It's gonna be tight. I mean, he's gonna come out probably like right on us, if I had to guess. Their goal was P3 in 2021 to finish P4, and their goal this year was P4. They finished P5. So, yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, out in front of Norris, and Norris comes out behind Verstappen, so that's less than ideal for them. Norris is going to be itching to get by Max here. All right, looking good. Looking good after the first set of stops. I want to know. I really wish this didn't always pause. I wanted to see. All right, so the mediums are, what is that math? 4/10 faster than the hards, and they're only going to slow down as the race goes on. Go to team principal. only has one driver in the race and can focus all of his attention on that one driver, all of a sudden starts making decent strategy calls. Who would have thought? Thank you, Alban, for the DRS. We will appreciate you holding up those behind. Thank you very much.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It is a new race position for Haas. Yeah, Mick retired literally lap 3, whatever it was, and so we can literally just focus literally all of our attention on one Pierre Gasly for the rest of the race for the next 40 laps, and we don't have to worry about the other guy. The problem is we were on pace for some really good double points, and so that really sucks that Mick is out. Unfortunately, it really does suck. We were on for a really good day, and K-Mag had to come and ruin it for us. Sector 2, who's in the bin? Verstappen? Verstappen in the bin! Oh, he's in the bin!
Sounds like a spin. Let's have a look. We're
Verstappen,
just watching
washed,
the Red Bull.
just retired. Oh, Albon! Albon putting on the pressure!
There.
Oh
That's
no!
the spin.
Verstappen washed. Retire, old man.
And the team had
The guy who's like 23 or whatever, however old he is. Verstappen washed, and Albon's still in front of Norris. Oh, they're in the mud. They're in the absolute dirt. We ran 2 seconds faster than Vettel that last lap. Those hard tires are starting to fall off immediately. K-Mag's biography, The Revenge by K-Mag, true. How I single-handedly destroyed an F1 team. All right, Pierre, we do need to be overtaking here if we can. Go around the outside if you need to. I don't care.
Haas with an overtake.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, what a day. Another driver now in between us and Lando. Exactly what we need to see and what we love seeing. Lando does have better tires than us, but that's not going to matter in the end. Things are going beautifully. Sorry, let's see. So right now we're sitting P4. We're P4 in the championship right now. We should have been like P3, but with all of Pierre's mistakes the last few rounds, it's really cost us a lot of points. But Mick has kind of stepped up and gotten points where he can in the meantime. In Imola, when Pierre crashed in the wet, leading by 4.5 seconds, I'll say it again, Mick ended up scrounging out P8. And then in Miami, when Pierre crashed out from being in the lead by a few seconds, Mick got P5 and Pierre scrounged up P10. So we've gotten decent points on some really just unfortunate situations, but we really should be battling for a lot more than this. Is basically what we're seeing. This would be a beautiful result should things hold here as we near the midpoint of this race. On finally in the pits, and now we begin. Everyone has stopped at this point. I'm gonna remind you that I told you go for age over youth. You're not wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna say you're wrong, but I'm thinking longevity here. Come on, like Pierre is gonna develop into a huge component here in the future of Haas, and Mick in like a decade is gonna be world champion as we potentially send him away for a little bit and then bring him back. It's just one of these things, you know. You just got to keep it loosey goosey. We gotta move and accept where we can, and what, you know, we accept our faults and mistakes. Not that I've made any. Yeah, it's a whole thing. We have to be as positive as we can be, considering the way the season started and how it's gone since then. We literally started on the podium in Bahrain, and it's been P5 is the closest we've gotten back. since then, and that was with Mick, so it's the whole thing. All right, I really gotta pee. I'm bumping this down to 1 times. British, you're in charge. I will be right back. I come back to just don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. Yeah. Okay, managed by OT does. I mean, it works. It works. I'll compensate you in entertainment. Thoughts? I mean, it works. Whatever you did, it works. We are halfway through the race now. You managed a few laps. It went well by the looks of it. You have no complaints by which the team was managed in my absence. You want the rear wing of your car that you win your first race with? Honestly, if you want our first win, you'll need to go all the way back to Baku in season 2 when K-Mag won in a shocker of a race. So we've already had our first win. We're just saying. Perez locking up the Red Bulls. Red Bulls in the bin.
Sergio Perez. They've locked up, but that could have been much worse.
Oh, he almost went right back onto Verstappen there. Did you see that?
That's going to be a big
So close. I'm sure we can find that rear wing somewhere sitting around the warehouse. A K-Mag part? How much duct tape is on it? I mean, just enough to. It's like who was it? Sonoda in Baku this year. It's basically the same thing. It's just duct taped up. I mean, the DRS doesn't work on it anymore, but it's a rear wing. Dude, look at the Red Bulls just in the mud down here. P8, P9. Honestly, the Ferraris also. P5, P7. Their reign of terror is over. I'll pass. We're just saying. If you want our, now we're talking about our first win this season. You know, we'll see what happens here. But we technically have already had Haas's maiden win in F1 in a shocker of a race last season in Baku when our car was not that good, to be honest.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
Stroll! Lamau gets strolled.
Let's take a look at the replay.
Just get absolutely strolled.
And this, yes, there.
Imagine getting bullied by 2 Williamses. That's just what happened to Stroll right there.
The team are really disappointed with that.
I mean, they should be. They just got strolled immediately. Everybody on track with mediums. That's about right. You dislike Stroll. I am not a huge Stroll fan either. Like, he's not a bad driver, but I don't like it just because his dad owns every team that he's like driven for. So that's the reason I don't like him. You should have snatched Lewis before he signed with Aston. I did think about it. Honestly, I didn't realize that his contract was up. I don't think I looked. I think I was pretty locked in on Pierre with some big old tunnel vision eyes. Honestly, depending on how this season finishes, we may move Mick off for a year, nab Lewis for a year, and just see what happens next season. If we can convince him to come to Haas next season. Because I guarantee he's on a 1-year contract with Aston Martin at this point. I guarantee it. All right, what are we looking at here? What is that? 7, 8 laps? 7.5 laps until we until our next pit stop. Lando is catching up. Let's see if we can put in a decent lap here. Bottas is crushing George Russell here as well, yeah. Go Pierre, let's push that gap back up to 2 seconds. Thoughts? Bottas has had a really solid start to this year back in Mercedes. George has not been able to say the same. Sector 2, a Ferrari. That looked like a Ferrari. Leclerc running wide.
We've had a car right
Sainz,
wide.
Carlos.
Here's the replay. Let's have
Let's
another
go.
look. Sainz is the focus here.
Okay.
And
Oh,
they've gone wide,
what a
very
move.
wide. That's
You'll never
not
see a
ideal.
move like that again.
Not ideal at all.
You'll never see a move like that again. That's the fastest lap. Attaboy, Pierre. Attaboy, Pierre. You know, I've never actually listened to Let's Go Lando yet. I've heard so many memes about it, but I've just never actually done it yet. Optics excitement in this game baffles me. It is always a little, it does feel a little misplaced, that's for sure. Like nothing, like it can't always be that exciting, right? It's a tune. I've heard it's decent. Just because of TikTok, I've heard Supermax like way too many times. I'll say that. I do need to listen to it. Maybe we'll do that. I mean, I might listen to it at the start of Monday. Do a little reaction to it or something. Throw it up on YouTube or something. Wonder if it's copyrighted. I have no idea. (43 of 66), 23 laps remain. We are, in fact, just a few short laps away from our next pit window. We are loving life. Things are looking pretty clean as right now. Verstappen took our fastest lap. We're gonna have to remember that. You say you'll listen to it just to start your day. Sure, yeah, that's exactly what I said. No, I said I said I might listen to it at the start of my stream on Monday. Yeah, Monday. I don't know why I question that. I just start my stream on Monday and then nab it or throw it up on socials or something. YouTube. Stick to my jazzy. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'll just put it on a rotating playlist of just all of the F1 driver songs. I mean, there's only a few of them that I know of, or a couple of them that I know of, so it'll be a really short playlist. Atlanta's doing some pushing. All right, we have a good amount of tire left here. Let's go ahead and we can free to push. All right, Lando's doing his best to try and make the most out of the second stint here. I think his name is done some mega berries. Sam Dane. I'm gonna write that down before I forget. Written down, you beauty. And also you got some pit stop boys. True, I have heard of them. That'll definitely be in there. With Pierre, build that guy back up. 500ths, well, no, yeah, 500ths faster that last lap. Beautiful. Simdane. I'm correcting it. Corrected. All right, Pierre, let's get a good push. We will be boxing. Can I wait one more lap? I'm gonna wait one more lap. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this, but then I'm immediately gonna go delay one lap. I'm gonna wait one more lap. No, everyone else is pitting. Never mind. We're no longer waiting one more lap. We are no longer waiting one more lap. We are boxing this lap. Gasly's done well. He's done pretty well so far. We are boxing this lap, Pierre. We are boxing this lap. All right. To be fair, okay, in my own defense, I've watched Pierre Bennett twice the last 2 races from this exact position. So I don't want to hear nothing against. Oh, is it just super clear? Oh, I got what you're saying. Do I need to implement that sound effect that's like super realistic knocking? That's my bad. I didn't realize my mic would pick it up that clearly. That one's on me. Normally it does pretty well at filtering out background noise, but apparently not for knocking. Apparently. That one's on me. That was my bad. That one's on me. That was 1,000,000% on me. It normally does a lot better at filtering out background noise like that. That one, I get it. I totally understand. That's my bad. Oh my God, I just put a second. What is that? Over almost 2 full seconds. Or wait, no, I can math. 138 versus 120. Never mind. All right, we're gaining time hand over fist here though. Could he? No, there was no way. He was on like 50% mediums or something. There was no shot. If he was gonna try and go to the end, his mediums would have been destroyed. Like absolutely 100% just gone. Nice. That's a huge, and our tires are gonna be better than every single other person because we saved that set of softs. Yeah, that's a used set from Lando. Masterful. Yeah, I would have been super impressed if these people had gone to the end on those. If Seb wants to try and go to the end, he's got a bit of a gap. He could still end up in some good. Someone who saved you a set of sauces, definitely. That's very true. We saved two completely 100% brand new set of softs. Not something every team can say for sure. I mean, basically at this point, we just need to be watching those lap times. And in theory, I mean, our 1 lap pace versus Lando is pretty similar. And so as long as as nothing crazy happens. As long as nothing crazy happens. What the Akon doing? What the Akon doing? Ben? Who's in the Ben? Who did it?
Was that a lockup on
Joe.
the track?
Poor Joe. Oh, Akon and Vettel in. He put in 600s on us that lap. At that rate, he'll catch us by Christmas. Akon is a weird one for me. I totally understand the people who don't like him, but at the same time, I haven't seen anything too crazy to make me go like, ugh, that guy. And so that's a weird relationship for me in my head. All right, who are you? Stroll? Stroll, don't you do this to me. Stroll, get out of the way. You met him at Silverstone and he was so rude. He seems like the kind of rude rich guy. I'm not gonna lie. He does seem like that guy. Thank you, Stroll. The worst behaved of all drivers. I believe that. I mean, look what he did to Alonso, his future teammate at Coda this year, in which I saw it in person when he absolutely launched Fernando Alonso almost to the shadow realm forever. I mean, it was not good. That was a horrific move. And so that does not surprise me in the slightest, to be honest. Stroll cost us a bunch of time there, I feel like. I don't think Stroll has skill, but he's super friendly and chill. I mean, maybe. I mean, he does okay. Like, every once in a while, like, you'll see him in the top 10, and, like, you'll be like, oh, okay, good for him. And so, I mean, I think he's a classic one of those drivers where it's like, he's a decent driver, but he's just not, like, he's not exactly what you want. Smoking Buddy, yes. F1 driver, no. Yeah. I think if you saw him, like, stop driving, no one would be too surprised. Stroll, you holding up Lando for us? Yes, sir. All right, never mind. He was for a second. Sector 1, who binned it? Is that a Williams running wide?
They've locked up and got
I nailed it.
straight on.
Sonoda.
You can take a look now. Now we see the Williams here. Well, they've locked up.
That's very deep.
They won't have been happy about that.
Very deep.
And that's the lockup.
Ocon locking
Let's have a
up.
look. Now have a watch of this. Looks like Ocon. That lockup could have cost them dearly.
I mean, it's going to cost them dearly. And there goes probably Seb. Probably. Yes, this gap to Lando is looking chef's kiss. Honestly, once we get down to like 5 laps remaining, I'm gonna drop him down to like light on tires, and we're really going to really bring it home. Verstappen still has fastest lap, which it would be nice to not. What is that? 118.88 versus we're running 119s. Man, Verstappen is flying. Oh, the temptation to try and go for a fastest lap attempt, like on the last lap, is there. But honestly, I think I'd rather just secure the win. Yeah, he's running 118s on that one. I mean, he's running one. I mean, he put in a banger of a lap that lap. We are. Honestly, we are in countdown zone right now. Let's see what everyone else is running. 119. We ran faster than Lando. I mean, pretty much. I mean, besides all the people at the bottom, we're matching or beating all the people we care about. That's the only thing that matters. 8 laps remaining, Pierre. 8 laps remaining. Do I dare go for a fastest lap with Pierre here? What do you think, like lap like 65? We just go full send and try and put one in, or do we try and do it like right now? and then just go for it. Looks like he was trying. He might have gone for it. I'm gonna wait till lap 63 and then we're gonna go for it. I want to see if we can get into some clean air. If we can get ahead of whoever this is doing, likely. I might wait until we get past the Williams, then once we get past the Williams and then do it. I don't want to run into any traffic. That'll be free air literally until Albon in 15th, and they're a whole third of a lap ahead. See if we can get away with harvesting for a lap. It is a moving blockade, Latifi 2.0, true. I mean, at least he's not running last. There's that. All right, we're going for it this lap. We're going for it. Fastest lap from Pierre Gasly incoming. All right, Pierre, let's see a banger lap. All right, the gap was 3.3 at the start of the lap. Remember that. Only green. Purple. Fine. Purple. That's the fastest lap, baby. That's a 117.9. What a banger. Oh my. Woo. Hey. We got plenty of fuel. We got so much fuel it hurts. Look at that. We still got 0.3 of a kilogram over. We're chilling. Oh, also that was a 3.3 second gap turned into a 5.1 second gap and a lap and a half. Honestly, bring it home here. Bring it home. Bring it home. Sit down, Max. Washed. Can't even podium. Literally couldn't be us. All right, Pierre, this is what we needed out of you. 2 rounds in a row of pure, unadulterated disappointment. And now we're coming back and we're pushing through the rest of the season. We are going to be goated. We pushed for an entire lap on a maximum attack, and we're still only 1% below Lando. That's crazy. Ends it on last lap out of final corner. I mean, I don't know what would go through the wall, but something would be going through the wall. That's for sure. All right, 2 more laps until one of the most dominant Haas performances ever. The car, Gasly, the wall through the wall, endless possibilities. True. I'll take that wall and put it through that wall, and we'll be good to go. And then we'll be fine. This was good. We needed this race. We needed this race severely. Because after very much underperforming for like 4 races in a row, and well, we're very underperforming for 4 races and severely dropping the ball in the last 2, we needed this one so bad. And Pierre, like an absolute Chad that he is going to come through and deliver for us as we start the final lap of the Grand Prix. The final lap. Turn 1, 2, 3. Or Haas to be 2023 champions in 2024. We are now in 24. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're in 24. We're gonna win a championship. It is foretold. From zero to hero, from last race to this race, Pierre Gasly is a winner for a Haas F1. Let's go.
It's a very good day for the team.
Huge day for the team, Pierre.
It's Gasly. First
Pierre
over the
Gasly.
line, and today's winner.
Winner
Take a closer look.
of the Spanish
Here he
Grand
is.
Prix.
Pierre Gasly finishes in
First place. Let's go.
They didn't earn it. They put in an amazing performance today.
And that was about as a complete race as you can get from a driver. Absolutely smashed it. P1 on lap 2 and then led provisionally the rest of the way. Absolutely beautiful, Pierre. Let's go. This is what we came to do. Mick, we're going to have words with the stewards and the FIA after this one about K-Mag. You are definitely there too. This should have been a double podium for Haas. And Kevin Magnussen ruins that for us, but nonetheless, looking like some fucking legends. Absolutely a beauty of a drive from the Frenchman. What a day. Absolutely bang on the money. A huge day. Let's go.
Well, this weekend, Pierre Gasly flew us to the stars.
Let's go. The first of many Haas 1 victories for the Frenchman. Let's go. Let's go.
What
Bring
a
it in,
beautiful
that
sight
bank.
that is on the podium, and a true crowning achievement for everyone involved.
Massive strides were made. Oh, Pierre, get out of the way.
The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here.
Yes, sir. Huge.
For these drivers, they'll be taking home their trophies and a decent haul of points for their team.
DUI. True.
This is a good result for Haas, more than enough to satisfy the whole team.
Massive win. We needed this win. We needed this win so badly.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructors.
We're still fourth, but we're coming.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the
And the next is Monaco, which our single lap pace is going to be everything. Oh, massive. Absolutely huge. Pierre up into 7th of the drivers. Reintroducing himself. Red Bull in the bin, Ferrari in the bin. Valtteri had himself a good day. But more importantly, we created a little bit of separation to McLaren and put in a little bit of a dent into Ferrari. We have a lot of ground to make up. And we had a lot of mistakes on the way here. But by God, we are on the way for sure. 26 points in the bank. On to Monaco next. Mick, that's a tough race for Mick. That's a very tough race for Mick, just all in all. 3.8 million in the bank. On to the next one. It starts here. It begins here. The first of many wins. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing. Okay, up next in a very, very quick turnaround. Monaco circuit. De Monaco, yeah, there's the gearbox in poor condition for Mick. Very upsetting. We have no suspension. That's good to know. I know we have some being made. So, yeah, I think you're the good luck charm. It feels like every time you leave is exactly when we bin it. So, I don't know what it's gonna take to get you to stay up all night with me, but yeah. Go to bed. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. We got to see a huge win for Haas. It will continue on from here. It will keep pushing. Cool, absolutely. It will be there for you. You'll hopefully Monaco's going to take forever because Monaco always takes forever, but nonetheless, it's going to be fantastic. We're on the way. We are on the way. Everyone's talking about Haas. Let's go. Oh, what a race. What a day. All right, practice sessions are here. We'll go ahead and do the race prep now. Get it out of the way. I cannot guarantee fastest lap, and those are good to go. We are aware that some cars need new things. You hope Monaco goes dead. I don't. We really need a good back-to-back. That would be. But Monaco takes forever, and it's a pretty slow one. But get out of here. Get to bed. We'll test our theory, and we'll see how it goes from here. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully see you next week. All right, change. We have some beautiful. We have one in development. Even better. Go to warehouse. How we doing? Yeah. Thank you for the luck. We will probably, more than likely, definitely need it, if we're being honest. We're good. We're good. We're good. We are flying. We're flying. Our boardroom is in poor condition. Uh-oh. Can't have that. $10 million. You should do something with that. Any staff points? We have a race engineer point. We're gonna go with pit crew management on that one. Let's see. Do we have any room for new stuff? We do have room for new stuff. Do we have any ATR time? We do have ATR time. Let's go ahead and put in some work on. Do another new side pod. How does this help us? It increase our speed. High speed, DRS top speed definitely is needed. I think we're gonna do this. Go ahead and do side pods. We'll also, well, I really feel like we need a really good. It's so hard. It's so hard. We could make such huge jumps, but our engine cooling just doesn't get any improvement. We just need. We need something. We need something to just make a huge jump in our cooling. Our cooling is just not. I think the cooling is probably what is hurting us the most. Let's go with chassis. What are we currently working on? That's a great question. Underfloor and a rear wing. We'll go ahead. Let's do a new chassis. We'll dump everything else into it. Airflow on a couple of things works pretty well. If we focus on, we do a balanced, it's not bad. Our DRS top speed does go up. It's a net positive for everything. And engine cooling will go down. I like it. We're not gonna, let's not overthink it too much. A new chassis underway. But I think as of now, I think that's pretty much everything we needed to. So Monaco, incoming. Monte Carlo Grand Prix, incoming. The crown jewel of the F1 calendar. It is now up to us.
Cars have been racing through Monaco's streets since
1929. It's up to us to continue on and continue pushing. And we shall do such a thing. So now Mick has some very broken stuff. Damn it, Mick. Mick might be taking some engine penalties as the season goes on. But nonetheless, we're gonna have to cross that bridge when we get there. Or in there. Yep, I think we'll be taking a new ERS for both of them this race. So we will leave those in. 17 laps, FP1 at Monaco. Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we're just kind of waiting. All right, gearbox wear, that's fine. Totally fine. It's good. 70% off the bat.
Doing any more?
34% for Pierre.
Car filled. Quite good. Yeah, copy.
Good to know.
What do you think?
Setup confidence bad.
Yeah, there's something wrong.
Copy that.
Try that. I love when they just drive straight into the garage like that. Probably one of the funnier things I ever get to see here. Here, we'll try that. Waiting. That's all we do, we're waiting. Yes, I'm aware. I kind of meant to go till the end of the session, but I kind of mismanaged all of that.
Oh, Verstappen ahead, there's a crash.
Oh,
Copy.
Verstappen washed. Verstappen washed.
Sounds like there's been a crash.
Actually, do come in. I want to refuel them up and then let them go literally through the end of the session. Here. Now they can literally go to the end. Or just about. They'll literally just go the rest of the time, get the maximum amounts of running. I think their part knowledge should be pretty close to 100 by the time
How does it feel?
all said and done. 59. Woof. 24 from Mick. Ooh, not good. Not good. Alright, what are we doing? Let's go. Getting distracted. Here's my problem. Practice is always like I just get so distracted all the time because it's literally just this. It's literally just this. Oh. Mainly because it's either just like it's either a crash or something. Like that's just it. That's all practice is here. It's like no benefits to really doing much else besides just like getting the maximum amount of run in. Literally gonna run it 30 laps. Go with something like that. It's gonna do a bunch of laps. Optimal, huh? Try that. Mediums, 30 laps. Go practice to confirm. Let's go.
Radio check.
Send. They're just going to be there for a majority of the time. All right. Let's see. Man, Lando has been absolutely flying like the last couple of rounds. We are fortunate enough to be able to hold him off in Spain, but he's looked pretty quick to say the least. This is what we're going to be doing for literally the foreseeable future. At least for the next 43 minutes. 43 minutes.
I think someone's run wide.
Russell, how do you run wide in Monaco? I feel like running wide in Monaco just means...
Going wide like that could cost them valuable
I'm pretty sure
time.
running wide in Monaco is crashing. There's very few corners where you can legitimately run wide and not make an absolute fool of yourself. Only 59%. Like, what is going on, guys? Our track acclimatization is going to be very, very good. Ten more laps. 10 more laps at a minute 13 a lap. Sounds about right. We're gonna know the heck out of this circuit. I wonder how much of a view like this is actually like how close it is to like real life. I know they have the computers and the screens and things that can show like all that stuff. Hey, yo, that straights is looking rough. Or something like that. Yeah, how we feeling? Or something like that. Say 15 laps just to make sure that it gets through the end. This is gonna finish first. We're gonna change this to 15 laps. And that's through the end. Our job here is complete. Hopefully that should be enough laps to that should be enough to get feedback. Or at least we hope so. And they're going to be well above the well above where they should be to make sure that they hit 100% track acclimatization. So that is a beautiful sight as well. Here on heavy-ish fuel, running P7, Mick, and P11. Not too shabby. Take those numbers with a grain of salt as you will. Well, I think we definitely had enough laps. I'm wondering if we'll have enough. Well, I guess they kind of go hand in hand. It's not looking like we're going to be seeing the their whatchamacallits setup confidences, as there's just not enough time left in the sesh. Unfortunate, not enough time left, but hopefully they'll be in a decent enough position to be able to move forward to FP3. They will hit 100% car part knowledge, which will be huge, as well as the other thing. I definitely know what I was talking about. Track acclimatization will also be at 100, 182, and 75. That sounds about right. All right, gentlemen. New other stuff going back in. Mix third gearbox in 7 rounds. A little less than ideal, but nonetheless it'll be all right. We're gonna take a new ERS for Pierre and put on that gearbox, and let's do it. Let's head to quali. here at Monaco.
Radio check.
Radio check. Okay. Radio check. Okay.
Radio check.
Green
Good
light,
to
green light.
go. Yeah, we'll send Mick out nice and early. We'll send Pierre out near the mid-ish waypoints. Mick is definitely going to run into some Lewis Hamilton shaped traffic there in the third sector, but oh yeah, looks like he actually got by him pretty decently. Mick puts in a 109 or a 110-1. Pierre goes faster than Russell by 0.2, which is lovely to see. Honestly, I may send Mick back out on those same tires. Just to see what happens. Pierre, we're gonna hold in just to see what everyone else does as of right now. Likely the goal would be to not send him out again, but we will if we need to. Mick looks like he should get a clean lap. Alonso. Yep, Alonso does not get him. Mick does improve a little bit. Love to see it. It's like everyone else is still working on their laps. Looks like a lot of traffic ongoing. So we'll keep an eye out. I think in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to send either of them, in which I might not. I think we might risk it here because Pierre's time looks pretty good. All things considered, and Mix doesn't look too bad either, although he is within, you know, a 10th all the way down to, what is that, P10 now or P11 now, so could be a bit of trouble for Mick, but I think we're gonna try and trust the process here, and we're gonna hope that we can take advantage of this and not have to do it. So we're just gonna wait and parade. I don't know why I'm checking the rain. I don't think it's going to rain. We've committed at this point. Everyone's starting their laps. It'll come through. And we're going to hope and pray that we don't run into too many issues. So far looking good. Mick need one more below him. There we go. Mick is safe. Pierre also safe. One run Ricardo's here. Don't know if Daniel is known for like only doing one runs, but it is what it is. I think Monaco is a pretty bang on one stop usually, so I think as long as we saved the one tire, I think we are good to go. We will do a new tire run here this time into Q2. Let's do it.
Radio check. Radio check.
We're gonna try and pretty much do the same thing. We should in theory get a little more space to run here. I'm gonna send Mick out with Alonso, and then we're gonna wait and send Pierre kind of exactly like we did last time. Send them when they get near the other side. It says a new tire run, so Mick is gonna have a clean run all the way through, is exactly what we love to see, and Pierre is also going to get a clean run all the way through. So these fresh tires are going to be absolutely beautiful. Pierre puts in a banger, 109.6 by the looks of it. Should be a pretty decent lap if I had to say so myself. We'll see how the rest of the field does here, but I'm hoping that we won't have to run again should it come to that. Mick, we might send out again. Might send Mick out again since he is missing, 0.4 to Pierre, but I think Pierre is through. We're gonna leave Pierre alone, but Mick we will send again on a fresh set, which he is on, so it's all good in the hood here. And fast forward it a little bit. All right, Mick, make us proud. Up on board here, a nice sunny day around Monaco. Pierre Gasly is going to stay in the garage, and we're going to hope that that's going to come back and potentially help us out in the end. Pierre's Q2 is completed. As we come down through the tunnel section, Mick is gonna have to make up some ground here as he goes green second. I missed. I don't know what he did first sector. We're gonna assume that it's better. Mick is looking if he needs to improve like by a few hundredths. He does. Let's go, Mick. That's massive, Mick. Massive. Let's go. That's all we needed to do, Mick. That's exactly what we needed to do. Absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Let's go, Mick. Let's go. We're gonna do a used tire run for him. Same with, I mean, they're exactly the same, so that's totally fine. A used tire run for these. Q3, here we come. Absolutely huge. Just for whatever reason. I know we shouldn't have any rain, but you never know. This is going to be absolutely a massive day. Massive options and opportunities abound. Get out there, Mick. Make us proud. You as well, Pierre. Absolutely humongous opportunities abound. Mick is going to get a clean lap. Everything you love to see, as well as Pierre, which is exactly what you love to see on a used tire run. So far, Mick 6/10 off of Perez, but he's on a very barely used set. Pierre goes 3/10 off of Perez, but it looks like Perez was on a new set, if I had to guess. Hard to tell exactly. Mick will get into set of tires, a brand new fresh set, as is Pierre. This is going to be absolutely huge. The opportunities, they abound. I mean, the likelihood of Mick starting P10 here is probably pretty high, but nonetheless, we're going to do our best to start as many positions up as we can get here. We're also going to try, well, it's us going very early. All right, absolutely beautiful day for racing. We'll hop on board here with Pierre Gasly. Take us around the Monaco circuit one more time, Pierre. Let's get a move on. A fresh set of tires. I wanted to see. That's a used tire run from everybody else on circuits. We should have a massive advantage here. Mick does go yellow first, which is something you hate to see, but nonetheless should hopefully be able to take advantage as we continue on. I would love to see a green from Mick here, a yellow from Mick. I think we found Mick's hard ceiling to around Monaco. Let's Mick up, crosses the line, not enough. Pierre up to P5. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. A P5 and P10 starts will do. It will do. It will do. Monaco is not always our circuits, as our, you know, our cornering isn't always the best. We're pretty midfield on that. Pretty midfield to be sure. It looks like the medium to hard is the fastest. I'm wondering if there's, that's a stretch. That's a stretch for sure. I mean, I think we're gonna do this. I'm wondering if there's a case to be made for this. How does this compare? So this is pretty comparable to the medium hard. I think I'm okay with this. Now, I mean, Mick starting in P10, I think that gives us a lot of wiggle room. Now for Pierre, I think we'll do the bang on opposites, medium to hard, and we'll do it that way. Starts Pierre on the faster tire, see if we can make some stuff happen, and we'll go from there. But it's Monaco. It's the crown jewel of the F1 calendar, and it is time to head towards the grid. I'm gonna be really upset if it rains. It shouldn't, but you never know. Pierre coming off a huge win in Spain. We sure hope so. We sure hope so.
Exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix.
The 5 red lights.
It's lights out and
away
we go.
First things first. Yeah, no rain at all. I don't know what Crofty's going on and on about. Everyone too wide through turn 1. We are away. It looks as though right now everyone is pretty much just maintaining position. We neither gained nor lost. It looks like Alonso probably got by us at the start, going into turn 1 more than likely. But we hold on. We hold on as of right now. Let's look and see what kind of tires we're working with. Actually, a decent amount of hard runners in the bottom half. Some soft runners to begin with. Their tires are going to be absolutely destroyed by the time this rolls around. So we are going to go ahead and bang these back down. And I think we've kind of moved into a wait and see mentality here. And see exactly what develops. If we can break that second barrier to Verstappen, that would be absolutely pretty huge, actually. Mick, let's not lose that second barrier.
So DRS is enabled now.
DRS is enabled. Pierre, DRS is enabled. All right, Mick, how we doing? We've broken DRS behind and we are in DRS ahead. Exactly where we want to be. Norris almost losing DRS to Perez ahead. That's not where they want to be for sure. All right, we should be good to go here. Man, Norris has the pace. He is on the softs. He is on the softs, so I guess technically we're not in the same race as them if we're looking at it like that. But if we could get dragged along by the soft runners on these mediums, that would be absolutely huge for our race in the long run. The longer that we can stay within them, the better. And so I think we're here for a little bit at this point. We're here until well, I mean, for Pierre, we're here until lap 33, and for Mick, we're here until lap 47. So it's going to be a long one. I hope everyone's got enough water, some snacks. We are going to be chilling for the long haul for sure. But as of right now, we are leading the medium runners, which is lovely, by a good margin, 2.7 seconds behind to Verstappen. Mick fell out of DRS range of Russell, who is on softs, but I mean, again, we're kind of in our own race over here, leading all of the hard runners ourselves. So Mick, we're just going to be playing the track position game pretty much the rest of the way here, as he'll be able to go longer than pretty much everybody ahead of him. So as long as we don't fall off too far, we should be good to go in the long run. But this is Monaco. This is how it works. I'm loving the fact that we're able to hold on to Norris at the beginning. I mean, we're literally not worried about passing him at all. We're literally just kind of worried. We're only worried about just getting pulled along as long as possible on these medium tires to their softs. Because it's all softs. Yes, it's all softs ahead. And they're all used softs at that. And so if they're doing the soft to hard one stop, then they are going to be in for a long day on either very used softs or very used hards towards the end. I'm gonna see if we can get away with saving, creating a bit of a tire delta behind to Verstappen following Lando here by putting it on light. We'll see how it goes. See if we can hold on with just ERS or something. But at the same time, I don't want to tempt fate because that gap ahead is getting a little precarious, and so we'll leave it alone. We're not gonna mess with a good thing. Our tires are gonna last a lot longer than theirs, and so we really are just kind of in this one for the long haul. Mick, how you doing? You're 3 seconds off the pace, but to be honest, it's pretty okay right now. More importantly, you have Alonso behind by almost 2 seconds, so there is that. That's a beautiful sight for sure. As long as we stay within a pit stop of those ahead, which is 22 seconds approximately, I think we'll be good to go. It'll be interesting to see what lap times look like once the softs start to really fall off a little bit. Honestly, we're just gonna bump this up a little bit. We're gonna see. We'll kind of keep an eye on everything. We're not gonna get too far away should anything happen, but all in all, things are going pretty beautifully right now. Verstappen's kind of in his own world, which is exactly what we want. Albano overtaking Mick. That's not good. I guess he is on softs. No, he's on mediums. Mick gonna stay within DRS? I would hope so. If he can hold again, might just have to do the same thing with Albon and Mick. If we can hold on as long as possible, that would be lovely. Lando's pace compared to Perez and them ahead is just not there. Losing tenths a lap. It's not what we want to see out of the Brits. If the goal is to hold on as long as possible to those front three. The Ferrari and Red Bull seemingly having a bit of a resurgence here with Leclerc, Sainz, and Perez. Obviously, Verstappen behind us is a huge boon for us, but they're definitely going to want to see that gap close sooner rather than later, more than likely. But those tires and soft runners are starting to get down towards the very bottom of the 60% range. And so, should, in theory, if we take a look at compound performance, honestly, the softs aren't even that well. Okay, half a second faster, but their competitive performance is 16 to 37 laps, and so as we currently sit on lap 14, they may potentially stop being as good as we continue to move forward here. The fact that we're losing this much time to the group ahead is kind of concerning to me. I'm not gonna lie, we don't want to fall off too far if we don't have to. Mick now dangerously close, about 2 seconds away from being outside of a pit stop from the front group. That's not exactly where we want to be. I think that's more just to do with Albon there. But it's so hard when you have the soft tire runners who can run in clean air and us who are kind of just having to get dragged along. But nonetheless, our tire delta is going to be absolutely huge starting very soon, as they are already dipping down, and as we actually pass Lando for P4 here.
Is that a new race position?
Gasly overtaking Lando here up the hill. Wow, that's not something you're going to see all the time, going too wide up the hill through Casino. He just gets the move done. That's just bog standard pace, and he is on the way. I'll be curious to see what these times look like. I'll be curious to see what it looks like this lap, now that Pierre has a bit of fresh and clean air ahead, to see what these times look like compared to the softs, because they're already down to 50%. We have a, let's see, 115.2, 115.1. We're on 115.3, so we're only losing a tenth on that last lap to Perez ahead. But realistically, we now have the track position over Norris, who's going to have to stop before us. So we are actually kind of living life as they are all going to start dipping below 50% for the first time this race. All the soft runners going to start feeling it sooner rather than later. I'm trying to remember exactly when that first pit stop was for the soft. Oh, I guess, I mean, we're not going to be able to see it. I'm trying to remember it. I mean, it's relatively soon because the softs don't last forever. Is our actually do a little bit of pushing, see if we can make up that gap a little bit here. We'll hop back on board here with Pierre and see if we can cut into this gap ahead a little bit. If we can kind of get back up into this first group, it's going to be absolutely huge. And potentially breaking the DRS behind to Lando would be absolutely massive as well. No DRS this lap, but we are going to be here. We're going to be pushing on fuel. And those softs are on mid to low 40s. So they're going to be feeling it sooner rather than later, more than likely. We can solidify ourselves here right on the back of Perez. That'd be absolutely massive. We do. We'll go ahead and immediately drop that back down. And we are now in a fantastic position. Oh, let's go, Mick. Let's go, Mick. Up the hill. Man, we love overtaking up the hill through Casino Square. That's crazy. That is not something you will see often, I'm imagining. Here we are, absolutely in beautiful position. Incredible even. Our tires compared to everyone else is a little worse for wear, but for the most part, wonder if we can get away with a little bit of tire saving here. Mick technically still within a pit stop to the leaders, so it's exactly what we need to see. And do a little push deploying with Mick here and see if we can get away with it. Oh, Pierre, I would love to not fall out of DRS here if we can help it. All right, we'll hop on board with Mick. See if we can make up a little bit of ground here on push fuel deploy for a half a lap. Get a deploy down the straight. Yeah, beautiful. Leave him on neutral now, and that made up a good second, it looks like. Yes, it did. So now Mick is definitely within a pit stop of the leaders, which is exactly where we want him to be on his strategy. Pierre still hanging out, 1.8 seconds behind to Lando, who looks like he might be having Verstappen for company relatively soon, as they now all dip into the 30s for the first time. They are all going to be dipping well below 30%, if I'm remembering the strategy correct. And once they get near that magical number is when we need to be pouncing as quickly as possible, because we really need to take advantage of when their tires fall off a cliff. It's our tire delta that we hopefully will have on them as we also near our pit stop. But that's something we're going to have to keep an eye out here for sure, as it's definitely going to be coming within the next few laps that their tires do kind of dip down near that magical number. You can already tell that they're slowing down a lot. Be interested to see what happens to Sainz, because it looks like he's going to be the first one to dip below that 30%. I want to see exactly what happens with him, because I mean, once you hit that 30%, you really start to lose it. Oh, I didn't realize Mick was still pushing fuel. That one's my B, Mick. My B. I mean, he put in some work. He put in 2 seconds over the last couple of laps there, so that's impressive. Any of the front runners potentially thinking about a 2-stop? Because I imagine they probably would have stopped already if it was a 2-stop. But interesting thing to think about if it does arise to that. We are firmly on the back of this pack. Lando's lost even more time probably battling with Verstappen now, so that's what we love to see. Mick still well within. Carlos Sainz, very dangerous game he's playing. There it is, that's that 30%. So I'll be very curious to see what happens from here with him, and that I wonder if there'll be any potential mistakes with the lack of tires going on from here. But we have a massive tire advantage here, having 51% mediums over 30% softs. We definitely need to try and be in position to push down the start-finish straights if we can help it. He says that, but he puts it on harvest for a half a lap, and then all of a sudden, oh, they're in. They're in. The first stoppers are in. I'm gonna see if we can get lucky and get Carlos coming out to the tunnel. I have to imagine Carlos is also coming in right now. If I had to guess, yeah. We lead! We lead the Monaco Grand Prix as we enter our pit window for the first time. I'm gonna do some pushing here if we can help it. Mick does come out ahead of all of them. That's absolutely beautiful for him and his race. Love everything about that. Pierre is going to be pushing tires from pretty much here to the end of his stints. We're going to push fuel for one more lap and then drop him down. Or potentially use some of the traffic that we're probably inevitably going to be dropping back into to try and save the fuel later. But now that we have some clean air, we're hoping to get some absolutely flying laps in. As we've Verstappen 3.5 seconds back, Zhou 10 seconds back from Verstappen, and so we are building up quite a nice little pack here. Looks like if we box now, we come out just about in P9 ahead of Alonso, who is yet to pit and is on those hard tires, and so we'll have fresher tires as compared to him. Yeah, we want to try and use these tires to our advantage right now. We'll attack for 2 full laps. Well, we'll keep an eye on those tires as long as we can to make sure we don't dip too far below. Well, we are pushing through this last stint before boxing. I actually might drop this back down just to see.
Red Bull moved up.
Perez overtaking Mick. Not a whole lot you can do about that. He's on much fresher tires. We're purely on the Alright, Pierre, box this lap. Pierre, box this lap.
Box.
Need to charge it.
Copy.
Fine, Mick, it's fine. Alright, Mick into P4. Has 2 Ferraris right behind him. Alright, Pierre, good stuff. Let's go. Oh, we come out in P2. Absolutely massive, Mick. Absolutely humongous. And he's still going. The Mick train has arrived. Oh, we are watching this like a hawk. Go, Mick.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
Beautiful stuff, Mick. Beautiful stuff. I know we're kind of sacrificing Mick right now, but honestly, that's pretty okay. All right, we're gonna leave Mick. We're gonna no longer tell Mick to hold back cars. We're gonna have him just go. Norris does get by him, but that's totally fine. Mick is still right where we want him to be in the long run.
And McLaren with a great overtake.
We're gonna have fresher tires literally the rest of the way. When did Perez get by us? Am I crazy? No, we came out in P2. We were right. Never mind. Never mind. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. We are literally exactly where we're supposed to be. Yeah, Carlos just put in the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Totally fine. We're not worried at all. Attaboy, Mick. We are still ahead of all of the original hard tire runners. We're exactly where we want to be. Track position is our friend as of right now. $14.1 versus 1:14.3. We're losing tenths per lap. Not exactly what you want to see. It also doesn't help when we are also
Ferrari just gained a place.
Leclerc. Charles, why you do this to us? Charles, no, not like this. Every time I just want Mick to stay in the DRS of one of these people. That's all I want. Which, I mean, I guess might be a little unfair considering he has the worst tires of anyone else in the top 6 or 7, really. The good news is that we will have the tire advantage at the end of the Grand Prix. That is the beautiful part. We are getting nearer to Mick's pit window, so we'll just go ahead and we'll bump this up a little bit to try and speed this up a little bit, because Monaco does take a really long time on this game. But we are doing pretty okay. We're about 4.5 seconds back from Perez, who it looks like just got held up massively by some back markers. It'd be lovely if Stroll were to get out of the way very quickly here. Perez still trying to catch up to Tsunoda. Tsunoda might be doing us the largest favor of them all here. Yep, Stroll gets out of our way. Beautiful. Verstappen overtakes Mick. That's not too surprising if we're being honest. Perez gets by Tsunoda, unsurprisingly. Hopefully we can get there relatively in a clean spot. We don't need Carlos getting any more advantages trying to catch up to us than that. Even though it's taking us... Oh, that scared me. It is taking us quite a moment to get by Tsunoda. There it is. Perfect.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
Oh, Tsunoda wants to hold up Carlos. That would be lovely. Oh Oh, he's gonna get him like on the pit straight, which is gonna be bad for us. Yep. Carlos only 4/10 behind now. Unfortunate, really. And Perez about 5 seconds up the road on us. That said, though, again, they're on a much different tire strategy than us, and we're going to have excess to burn as we continue on. Mick on his pit lap. All right, Mick, box this lap. Box.
Box. Copy for box.
Oh, scared me. You gotta stop it with these. Like, it's fine. We're doing exactly what we should be doing. We'll worry about saving fuel later. We have a lot of laps left. We still have 30 laps left. We have plenty of time to make up that fuel difference. Oh, 3 thousandths too slow. We'll follow along here with Mick to make sure that we get his settings correct for pretty much the rest of the Grand Prix. Mick looks like he's gonna come out in P16, hopefully. Yes, P16, P15 rather. Sorry. We'll go back to you, and Mick is now pretty much set for the rest of the Grand Prix. He's the first one back onto the mediums. So at least, I mean, everyone else will be on a minimum one more lap fresher tires, but we're gonna hope that that's not going to matter too much. We are within a pit stop of Alonso, which is who we really need to worry about the most. Alonso might be trying to go to softs if he's waiting this long, I feel like. Alonso on 44%. He's the next one. Ocon 46%, Ricardo 45%. These guys don't necessarily really matter to us that much. So all in all, we're doing pretty okay. That's right, welcome back. Came back locked up at the last corner. Oh no! Oh, that sucks. How would he have ended up? Where would he have ended up had he not done that? That's terrible. Actually, that's terrible. That's a rough way to go for sure. RIP that one. Would have finished P9. Oh, points would have been a beauty. That's a big L. Damn. But you said you just started there, right? So season 1, long way to go. A long season ahead, for sure. What a beaut, Mick. What a beaut. Alright, let's put in work. Long way to go.
Haas with an overtake there.
Drop right down to P13. I know. It's so frustrating the way they do the running wide and spinning and stuff. Or like if they run that wide, like they would try and roll back on like almost immediately, but they like sit there for so long until like the next like major gap. And it's just like that's not how it works. That's not how it works in real life. It's frustrating. Hey, Mick Schumacher passed this lap. Beautiful. Right back on Ocon's behind. Woo, up the inside. Through the wall. Through that wall. And goodbye. What a beauty.
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yes, it is. Let's see. 2.7 ahead to Albon. Need to see what the first race of many. That's a great way to look at it. It's hard to don't look too much into the first results of the year. It's never going to be as indicative as you want it to be, unfortunately. Woo! Mick morphing through the wall there. All right, Pierre's teetering on minus 0.2 and 0.3. So he's saving a little bit of fuel necessary. We probably need to start thinking about a strategy to do that safely and efficiently here soon. I might leave Mick alone for a minute, and we might do some strategic conserving through the sector 3 here. We'll do some strategic saving. And by that I mean effectively just saving through sector 3 and then back to balance through the start finish straight. Although Carlos just put in fucking 3/10 on us right there. But we got a really good amount of saving right there. So we're gonna leave that alone. We don't need Carlos getting any more advantages on us than we absolutely need.
We have low battery.
We are aware we have low battery.
Okay.
It's fine. We got a lot of time we need to put in here, Mick.
Haas with an overtake.
Matt gonna be on older hard tires. Totally fine. We are well on our way. We should have him in a next few laps. Let me go ahead and speed this up a little bit, just because there's not a whole lot really going on right now. Honestly, getting Norris earlier might be what saves a podium here, because getting him when he was on softs was absolutely key. Once Mick gets back closer to within a second of Magnussen here, we'll hop back on board and try and coax Mick through K-Mag on his way up towards the top 10 here. He's putting in like 0.8 a lap right now on those ahead, mainly because I mean, there's some people on softs, but they're like well behind enough. All right, we are behind K-Mag now. I guess we'll wait until the main overtaking opportunity of the entire circuit here, aka the start finish straight. We'll see if Mick can get it done on his own. Does appear so. We're gonna try and keep him on. We're gonna see if we can keep him on harvest for a lap. We can keep him. If we can build up his ERS, then that would be absolutely beautiful. I dare say. All right, don't scare me like that, Michelle. Stop it! You're scaring me. Every time you do that, you're scaring me. We have a 5 and 6% advantage over everyone else in the top 5. And the only one we don't have an advantage to is Verstappen, who's well behind us by 18 seconds. So we're not really super worried about that. So honestly, we are kind of being chilling right now. Mick has a big gap ahead, but he is on harvest right now, building up his ERS. We'll take him off of harvest after the next big harvest moment, aka turn 1, and then we'll let him put in his work as he should. I guess the next big one is what, the Indy Casino, or up here, right here. Or maybe this one. I don't know. It's not exactly a very intuitive system. All right, Mick's got 8.2. We'll see what lap times. We'll likely get the most, the best idea on this lap, assuming these back markers don't cause us too much trouble. We ran 0.7 faster than Joe ahead, and we were on harvest for a sector. That's a good sign. It's a great sign. I hope Sonoda gets out of the way right now. Thank you. Pierre actually put in time there to Perez on that lap. Love to see it. Let's see. Joe 114.6. Mick 113.8. We are catching Joe at a rapid pace. We'll speed it up a little bit. We're coming down to the last 13-ish laps here. Mick should catch Lewis here relatively quickly. Actually push fuel to try and increase that likelihood. We are aware. Thank you. We are working on it. All right, we are past Lewis. 4 seconds up the road is Joe, and we have 12 laps remaining. Absolutely brilliant job here by Mick, who's currently in the position he started, so that's a good sign. Pierre has actually started to put in some work on Perez little by little, gotten that 5-second gap back down to 2.5 seconds, so there's that. That's good to see. I would love to be willing to harvest Pierre a little bit, but that just tanks your pace, and we can't have that. Let's do a little deploying, close up the gap nice and quick. We really need to worry about getting by doing. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we should be within DRS of Joe on this lap. And then we'll hop back on board with Mick. Yes, sir. There's the DRS. There's the DRS gap. Beautiful. It should close it up all the way. We'll be full send the rest of the way. All right, Kevin's starting to put in some work on Perez here. If we can hold on to this tire delta, where the win may be on the board if it comes to it. If we're able to do it, that would be amazing. You're under 2 seconds. Woo! The shake and bake. Shake and bake, Mick Schumacher, baby. Shake and bake. How are we looking, Pierre?
Is that a new race position for Haas?
Yes, it is, baby. Mick is flying. Seeing stuff. I'm seeing things. Nice, very, very nice. Down to under 1.5. The back marker is going to be a big problem, but Hakan should get out of the way unless he's legitimately trying to unlap himself, in which that would be something for sure. Once we get, I just want to get back into DRS. That's all I want. And we stay. Oh, it's so close. Oh, we have a massive tire advantage here, and we're in DRS. We are in a prime position here. I'm gonna see if we can get away with harvesting for a lap. Build up our ERS this lap, And then next lap, we go for it and we drive off into the sunset. He said as he's almost about to lose DRS range. He did a little bit of harvesting. That counts for something. I just will close the gap. Oh, there's a fucking back marker. Who is that? Vettel? Oh god, not like this. We're still here. We're still in prime position. He's in 40%. I'm in 45%. We have a little bit more ERS to play with. Russell defending us has now lost DRS to Bottas. So now at the start of... I probably should have. Alright, we need to be making some moves on both fronts here. Alright, Pierre is going to go on to aggressive tires. Alright, we gotta get by
Need a charge here.
Understood.
beautiful, Meg, beautiful. Now Pierre.
Haas with an overtake.
No, dude. Go, send it.
This will be
Yes,
last lap.
send it.
Haas with an overtake there.
Go, Mick. Send it. Oh, come on, Mick. Come on, Mick. You can do it. Let's go, Pierre. Back to back.
Really had to fight hard for that one.
And it's Gasly, first over the line.
I do want to see this. Mick is going for the move.
We can take a look now. And
Pierre
it's a victory
Gasly.
for Gasly.
Winner. Monaco Grand Prix.
Thoroughly deserved. A hugely
Massive.
talented driver and undoubtedly
Massive. Let's go, Pierre. Back to back winner. And now we jump on board here with Mick, who's up into P7. No, I ruined it. Oh, I'm sorry, Mick. No, I ruined it. No.
Flag, but you can keep pushing.
Oh, Mick. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Oh, that was P7. I ruined it. I was like,
Pick up
oh,
on the way in. Well done.
the high highs, the low lows.
Get lots of pickup.
Double points for Haas. Let's go. P1 and P8. Pierre up to P1 from P5. Mick should have been up to P7 from P10, but we will take P8. Let's
A
go.
brilliant performance from the Haas driver.
Absolutely. Snaps for Pierre. What an absolute god of a run.
A truly
Absolutely
well-earned
humongous.
and a dream come true for everyone involved.
The winner of the Monaco Grand Prix, Pierre
Sensational
Gasly.
achievement for that Haas driver, it has to be said. They'll be absolutely ecstatic to finish up there.
Massive. Absolutely massive.
It was a hard-fought contest for all three drivers,
day
each
for the
one
team.
securing precious points for their team.
That was about as big a final lap as you can get.
to really
Back
solid
marker's
fury
almost
out there.
getting in the way. You still
Exactly.
send the dive bomb up into turn 1.
After this result,
Switch
the
to
team is
deploy.
fourth in the
Bang,
constructors'
we're
stand.
gone.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of
Huge.
another city. Join us in Baku,
Massive.
the shores of the Caspian Sea,
Amazing.
for the
Let's
Azerbaijan
go.
Grand Prix.
What a huge night. 2 wins for Pierre, points for Mick. Would have been a podium for Mick if Kevin Magnussen hadn't gotten in the way. Absolutely massive. Things you love to. Pierre up to P6, passing George Russell. Mick Schumacher above Fernando Alonso in the drivers. We're making our push. 29 points on the day. We make up even a point to Ferrari and a big jump towards Mercedes and away, thankfully, from McLaren. What a race from Haas. Amazing. And I even left points on the table because I really messed up Mick's final lap there. But 600k out, but a bunch of money in as we get all of our stuff. Massive day for Haas. Huge day. Back to back. And we're about to go back to back to back as we hit Baku. Let's get it. Oh, what a day. That said, though, I really want to keep going, but it's late and I'm tired and it is Friday night, so I'm going to try and get some sleep. So that is going. Let me see if I can do this. Where is it? There it is.
Things you love to see.
Double time. Retro, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Hope your Haas save is going well. Keep it up. There's a list. It takes a while with Haas. I'm not gonna lie, and it's not the best team to start with. I feel like even Williams, for some reason, with their engine and their car in a straight line, for some reason, it took me until here. Yes, get some sleep. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. I appreciate the follow. We'll be back again on Monday, same time, for some more of this, probably because I am hard addicted, without a doubt, hard addicted. And so I'm gonna go get some sleep. Everyone have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys next week for some more F1 action.
Hey, things you love to see.
Count what you have now, don't count what you don't have.